Lakeside Baptist Church of Perry, Florida was founded in 1953. A group of Christians were called out of San Pedro Baptist Church in order to plant a new church with one goal: to win the lost. Howard and Doris Caron donated their barn and 2 acres of land, and the new church met in the barn until June 1st, 1954. On that day, service was held in the partially constructed new church building. The initial building did not look how our church looks today. The members built the church in sections. It was 5 years later, in 1959, that the west wing was built. Pews were added to the sanctuary, and the baptistry was installed. Mr. and Mrs. Donald Todd, Mr. and Mrs. Cecil Nettles, Tommy Todd, Donnie Todd, and Gary Pruitt were the first to be baptized in the baptismal pool. The east wing was completed in 1968. Elizabeth Langdingham painted the mural in the baptistry in 1970. The stained glass and steeple were added in 1975, and the church library was established around this time by Louise Nettles. The fellowship hall wasn't finished until 1982. The playground was added in the 90s, and the church bought an additional 4.76 acres of land. In 2009, a new metal roof was installed, but, as we all know, the history of the church is not about the building. 66 charter members stepped out in faith 67 years ago, and here is a short summary of what God has accomplished through Lakeside Baptist Church since then. Laura Williamson was commissioned as a Missionary Corps volunteer. Fulton Williamson and Richard Sheffield went to Mexico as lay missionaries, beginning a tradition of mission trips to Honduras that lasted many years. Tranya Gunter attended the New Orleans Baptist Theological Seminary. Jim Kuhn was recommended to be licensed to the gospel ministry. Members of Lakeside have packed and shipped hundreds of gift-filled shoeboxes to more than a dozen countries through Operation Christmas Child. Missionaries deliver the boxes all over the world and share the gospel with each and every child who receives one of these gifts. Lakeside Baptist Church has shared the good news of Jesus Christ through Sunday school, discipleship training, and many missions programs. We have reached children through Vacation Bible School and Wednesday night programs. The youth group created a puppet ministry and used music to share the gospel with the young and young at heart. Musicians have shared their talent in worship. More than 20 pastors have led the church. Countless members have faithfully served as leaders and as teachers. So far this year, Lakeside has welcomed several new members. In June, 4 teens were baptized at Camp Anderson after a week of youth camp. While this year has come with unique challenges, we have also seen unique opportunities to share the gospel. We have been live streaming services since March. Several viewers from out of state have called Pastor Christopher Arnold after watching the sermons online. Our town was hit hard by layoffs, but Lakeside Baptist has been able to help several families throughout this difficult time, and our food pantry is a blessing to many. Lakeside's mission at its founding was to win the lost. On this day, while we reflect upon 67 years of church history, let us also look forward to our task ahead. Love God, love people, make disciples.